Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Breeding to Win. We've got an action-packed show in store for you, so let's get straight into it. Platinum Racing is well established as one of the preeminent thoroughbred racing teams. Trainer Andre Nel has done a superb job for owner Sabine Plattner, and tonight we meet another member of their team as Fiona chats to assistant trainer Alfred M. Khumalo.
Alfred M. Khumalo has been a familiar face on the racecourse for many years. He is Andre Nel's head man at Platinum Racing, and it's lovely to be catching up with him at Kenilworth Parade Ring this afternoon. Alfred, you've been with Andre Nel at Platinum Racing for quite some time, haven't you? I always see you at the course.
Yes, I've been with Andre quite well. I think if I'm right, it's 20 years. And from Platinum, I started working from Platinum Racing Stable from 2000. Before that, I was working from Chris Neck from Philippi, like 6 years, and then Chris asked me to come with Platinum Racing Stable. Then I moved with him to the Platinum Racing Stable.
That's a very long time. And
yes.
Before you got into racing, were you always interested in horses?
Yes, I do, because my father wasn't like that, and then me was staying in Kalisha with my father. And my father, I keep asking him, I want to go for the horses, and then he said no. Because he was working from the rough legs, and he said, no, I don't like horses, but one day I just do whatever I'm feeling, and then I dump him and then I go to the horses. Then from him, I phoned him, I said, no, I'm just by the Mellonton. Because at the time, I think Mrs. Shaw was there by Mellonton. Then I learned the horses there, and then I started working on the horses.
And Andre Nel's had a fantastic season as well so far this year. I mean, you've had some big winners.
Yes, I'm quite remember the time for Angus, Laissez-faire, and I was so excited. I said, okay, the time is back now, because I was battling a little bit to find good horses. But the time I got the good season, like you got chance on it, and then I said, okay, I feel happy, because everybody want to work at a stable, can win Group 1 and all of these things. And it was just make myself very happy.
Well, it must be wonderful living out at Platinum Racing as well, because the facilities there are second to none.
Yes, it's wonderful, because everybody like Mrs. Plattner also support me, Andre. The person is first make me start to look at the person, I think was Andre. Because I remember Andre when I was on Devon, and he come to Cape Town to the meeting. He said, now you can work with me as assistant, because Andre was running the stable in Devon, Fichula Farm. And I say, okay, I'm gonna do that. Andre, he make sure he pushing me, and he make sure I got a license to drive. Then this is I've been come up with the big name at that time.
And your family all lived there with you?
Yes, my family was with me on Devon, and when I moved to Cape Town, was with me on Cape Town, but he stayed in Philippi. And then I have a daughter when I moved to Platinum. That time was 2 years. Then I have three, a boy and a girl. That's the last one. I think my daughter, she finished in school on Devon. Then when I come to Cape Town, he go to college. Then now my boy, the first boy, the second boy, he's 18 years now, was finished 18 years. The birthday was this last week. Then he's got grade 12, and then now I see where I'm going.
Quite a busy job, but then obviously you're at races today, and now you always have your own transport. Do you drive the horse box in as well?
Yes, I'm driving the horses, and then he's my main job. I'm happy about that job, because Andre even he sent me to PE, and he have some winners since he's studying a trainers. So we.
Yeah, and I often see you standing in for Andre if he is away at the races, giving the instructions, putting the saddles on. So it really is a responsible job.
Yes, yeah, I do. And I make sure I'm not mess up with the job. Yes.
And the season's not over yet. We've got Derby Day to look forward to, and I'm sure you're going to have lots of big horses still to come out.
Yes, we got the horses in the Derby, so I think we're running very good races. I hope so he win the Group 1 for us too.
Yeah, well, have you got any favourites back home?
Yeah, we have him, Master Youth and Chansonet, so we have horses.
Yeah, that was an amazing win with Chansonet, wasn't it? She really is a star filly.
Yes, it was an amazing win, and I'm still on my memory.
And you've got a good team. You've got Callum, he rides really well. He's going to be riding in the Work Riders race here today.
Yeah, we have a very good team. When Callum join us, and then it's different changes, because we've got a Work Rider, stay in the farm, and everything is perfect. Even the horses Canada, we got Callum, he's doing everything very good.
Yeah, well, you're doing a fantastic job. I know you're a busy man. You've got to go and put a saddle on for the first race here at Kenilworth. But thanks very much for taking the time to chat to us, and best of luck.
Thank you very much. Also, I said thank you very much to you to interview me. I'm very happy about that.
Well, we're very happy to have you on our Breeding to Win show. Many, many thanks, Alfred, and best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Always great to catch up with these important men in racing. Alfred does a fantastic job at Platinum Racing. He's a very, very busy man indeed, helping Andre run the show back home, and he drives the horses into races. He helps saddle, he helps on course, and yeah, a real asset to Platinum Racing.
The recent CTS Cape Premier yearling sales showcase some of the finest yearlings from top-performing stallions. Tonight, we find out more about Heavenly Blue as Nadine Ratson chats to Ashley Parker about his illustrious career.
It's a great pleasure to be visiting Ascot Stud this afternoon and chatting with Dr. Ashley Parker about the stallion Heavenly Blue, an imposing son of Snitzel. Now, Heavenly Blue recently had his very first yearling go under the hammer at the Cape Premier yearling sales, and Patches of Grey, the filly out of an Al Mufti mare, fetched a very respectable 525,000. And Ashley, I'm sure you'd feel that's a very positive start for Heavenly Blue.
Yes, Nadine, it really was. People really liked the filly.
Good.
She looks a lot like Heavenly Blue, and it was basically, I took her there to sort of almost introduce Heavenly Blue to the sales public,
Yes.
and she certainly made a statement and was very, very well received.
Oh, that's fantastic to hear. Now, Heavenly Blue definitely meets the criteria as far as pedigree is concerned. He is by Snitzel, champion Australian multiple times sire, and out of Simply Karina herself by champion US sire El Prado, so that box is definitely ticked. But not only that, he's also proven on the racecourse, being an SA Grade 1 Classic winner and versatile over distances at the top level here in South Africa, and that says so much about him.
Yes, Nadine was very impressive in winning the SA Classic. He actually came from last to first in a matter of 100 metres, so he's got an amazing acceleration,
Yes.
and then he still had enough stamina to actually run second in the SA Derby and second in the Dingaans when he wasn't actually quite right. And then from then he had one or two issues with his legs, and he came right, and Mike took him down to run in the Met. And then unfortunately he got travel sickness on the way down to the Met, so that was the end of that campaign, and that pretty much was the end of his career. Ran once or twice more, but he was never the same horse after that.
So a stroke of misfortune that saw him join the Ascot barn.
That's correct, yeah. Obviously, I mean, we're very happy to have him. He's a really big, imposing grey horse, and he's has lots of grey progeny and a couple of chestnuts and bays, but mostly, I'd say probably half of our greys.
Now, having a look at his pedigree once again, he really looks a positive pairing for a great number of South African broodmares.
That's right. He nicks very well with them. Schnitzels have obviously worldwide have done very well, and we're very happy to have him. And we think he fits our broodmare band, and what we've seen on the ground, it certainly looks like it.
We've heard Dr. Parker touch on the fact that he's a very imposing individual. So physically, tell us a little bit more about Heavenly Blue. What catches your eye about him?
I think he's a really well balanced horse. He's got a lovely, big, strong, masculine head with a very nice eye, nice length of rein, nice legged horse, big, nice round feet, and a very strong hind quarter, and nice, strong gaskins as well.
With Heavenly Blue's first yearling garnering so much interest in the way of Patches of Grey, I'm sure everybody will be looking forward to see when next he'll have some progeny up for grabs. And there will be two colts making their way representing Ascot Stud to the Germiston wine sale. And tell us a little bit about those colts.
Yes, Nadine, the ones obviously are a very well-bred horse. He's half-brother to Gulfstorm, who was a Group 1 winner.
Wow.
And also to Global Drummer, who's won 13 out of 17 starts. And obviously Seattle Singer, who also won a Group 2 and was second in a Group 1. And it's from one of our very famous families that also produced Rock Opera, who was unbeaten in South Africa and then went to Dubai. And she's the dam of a Group 1 winner in France, one of the few mares that's done that from South Africa, and also a Group 2 winner in heavy metal. So he's a nice athletic colt. He's improving every day. He's born a bit late, but he's really going to he's got nice muscles on him, and he's really will sell well and will be looked at a lot. And then the other one is a very nice, imposing chestnut colt out of a Bianconi Australian mare, and he really is a good-looking horse with a nice rein, beautiful head, great temperament, and he'll also let it tongues wag a bit when he gets there.
They sound like two very, very exciting individuals, and you've heard it here, do not let them pass you by. So there's a lot to like about Heavenly Blue, and meeting a great number of requirements. As we've heard, the pedigree already proven, and a very, very physical, sound specimen. We learned a lot more about him this afternoon, and we'll definitely be looking forward to see his youngsters when they step out on the course.
The Triple Crown and Triple Tiara is the ultimate test for 3-year-olds. And last year we were privileged to witness Malmoes win the Triple Crown and War of Athena the Triple Tiara. News broke out this past week that War of Athena is now bound for America, as Malmoes will be setting his sights on being a stallion at Ridgemont Highlands.
I'm sure by now you've all seen the exciting news in this week's press that Malmoes has arrived at Ridgemont Highlands, and I'm lucky enough to be with Craig Kieswetter this morning, who's going to tell us a little bit more about how he's settling in. Craig, morning.
Yeah, thank you. Morning, Fee.
Really exciting week. I've seen a few pictures of Malmoes arriving. He looks fantastic. What a exciting time to have him at the farm.
Certainly, it's all happened extremely quickly. It's obviously well documented that he's coming to start on the farm, and he arrived on Saturday morning very calmly, and you know, as a champion. And Craig Carey made a few comments that it was unexpected at how well and how quickly he settled. So we are extremely excited to be having him on the farm.
Yeah, he's a smashing-looking individual. I think Craig Carey's words were breathtaking.
Well, I think we had to use some poetic license there for Craig, but yeah, he came off and he's stunning. You know, he's got undoubtedly one of the best pedigrees in South African sort of breeding history. It's a stallion's pedigree. He's got being the S8 Triple Crown winner and Group 1 or Graded 1 racing, and obviously the looks and conformation. So he's a very, very exciting addition to our stallion roster, and obviously we are very grateful to Jahan Malherbe and Sheikh Hissa for facilitating the move for him to come to us. Yeah,
and to have a son of Captain Al is just absolutely fantastic, isn't he? We know how good he was, and as you said, his pedigree stands out, the mare side as well, and it goes deep.
Yeah, look, Captain Al is prolific as a stallion in the country, and you know, to be able to get a stallion by Captain Al, especially in recent times, and to have one so well bred and so well performed on the race course is a great acquisition to already what we feel is an exciting stallion roster, obviously with Canford, Patala and Rafif. So it's been some long hard work. It's you know, since we've taken over, it's been a lot of improvements in the broodmare band, structurally and the infrastructure on the farm. But also in terms of the fact that we want to get back into the stallion game and be where the tradition of the farm is to stand top quality stallions.
Yeah, well, to have that sort of pedigree and the track record, I mean, winning the Triple Crown so impressively last year, that was just awesome.
It's outstanding, and kudos must go to Mike de Kock and Diane and their whole team. You know, to be only the 4th horse in history to ever do that is quite an achievement, and it was obviously well documented as well, his July and all the other bits and pieces and the travel. But the one thing about Mike and his team is that they're not scared to travel and for their top horses to take on all the other top horses around the country. And I suppose for us as the public or enthusiastics, to be able to get horses travelling and getting true champions is great for the industry, it's great for the breeding, and it's great for the farm that we get to stand a horse of such sort of magnitude.
And what's so great as well, he's very versatile over trip, and so that's going to help his cause as well.
Yeah, he ran, you know, he won from 1200 to 2400. So I suppose it's an exciting sort of idea for breeders that are interested to sending him mares. We're expecting a lot of interest, and certainly from ourselves and the shareholders. It's very exciting, and we're looking forward to seeing the quality of mares that he gets.
And it's great to have Shadwell that's going to stay involved with him, and for them to be involved with the farm. Yeah,
you know, look, I think Shadwell obviously went through a very sort of emotional time, and for Sheikh Hissa to still be so passionate about South African racing and breeding is very exciting, and we're obviously very grateful. I know Jahan has got a fantastic relationship with the Shadwell team, and the fact that they are continuing to support our industry is very, very encouraging for all of us.
Yeah, you're certainly filling the bar now with Kemfer Cliffs, who's now doing well. You've got Rafif and now Malmoos. It's a great string.
It's been interesting to note the adaptation of the other stallions to Malmoos arriving. You know, we were expecting an alpha who it seems to be Rafif at the moment, sort of standing up, but they've accepted him well. He's loving he's certainly loving his new box that was Dynasty. So there's a lot of tradition and excellence there, and his paddock and his surroundings. So we're just very grateful, obviously, to Mike de Kock and his team, to Jahan, and to the whole Shadwell team, and very excited to be sending a broodmare band, or a selection of our broodmare band that we've spent a long time improving. So he stands with every chance to do very well.
Well, they've got a very nice home as well, because it's beautiful out at Ridgemont Highlands, but I'm sure the phone's going to be ringing off the hook for him.
Yeah, they certainly can get hold of Craig Carey. I think we've had already over 30 inquiries into mare coverings. So the support from the industry and from the shareholders, you know, we're looking for a book, a very solid book of over 100 for his first season, which you know, we believe most freshman sides need to get the runners on the ground. So it's like I said, it's just very exciting, you know, with especially with Ridgemont and the improvements in the broodmare and the whole sort, but also very humbling to have an international operation the size of Shadwell still be interested and passionate about breeding and racing in this country.
Yeah, very, very exciting indeed. Well, thanks for taking the time to chat to us.
Yeah,
we'll look forward to following him. Well, really exciting times at Ridgemont Highlands as Malmoos joins the ranks there, and we certainly look forward to following him in the future and getting out there to see him very shortly.
World Sports Betting Triple Crown. They all set, gates crash open, and they fired away. Malmoos fights, he fights hard. Second place is Copper Mountain. Then comes Catch 22. He's emerging onto the scene. Is he getting there too late? Malmoos won it. World Sports Betting Triple Crown. They all in, and away they. Malmoos, this is where he loves it. He loves the fight. He loves the scrap. He loves the wins. He'll win again. Malmoos, second notch up. Malmoos wins the South African Classic. South African Derby, they all in, and away they. Malmoos now got them on the hop. He's in that zone as Malmoos. He's 2 lengths in front. Second base got no answer. Parmesan's Pride got no answer. They all got no answer. 1 day, 2 coronations, 3 legs of the Triple Crown, all for racing. Malmoos won it.
Vodacom Durban July winner and World Sports Betting Cape Town Met winner, Komedi Ding, was honoured at a ceremony at Kenilworth Racecourse this past week. The Breeding to Win team were there to capture the special moment.
We're ready to race in the Politician Stakes, 1800 metres. Gates are back, off and racing, caught them in a perfect line. It's Komedi Ding in front, up the outside, Legitimate. Rascallion is still right there. Komedi Ding is in front. Legitimate is trying hard to wear him down in the closing stages. Komedi Ding is hanging tough. Legitimate doing all he can, but Komedi Ding remains unbeaten.
I don't know what to say, to be honest.
You've ridden him on every occasion, and he's just getting better with every start. He looks a bit of a freak, hey?
I've never felt him like this before. He went down like, I don't know, like a beast. And I was telling Monet behind when we were walking down, I said, this horse is going to get better. He's not even in his full ability yet, but I believe that he's going to improve with every run.
Durban July, Grade 1, and they're off and racing from the 2200 metre marker. Komedi Ding and linebacker got the green light, a 3-way go, but Komedi Ding has his head in front. Komedi Ding, brilliant stuff.
Signal given, racing. From that 2,000 metre mark in the Cape Town Met, Comedy Dung has hit the front and Linebacker has drawn alongside of him. Down the inside we've got Jet Dark, then comes Double Superlative. It's Linebacker and Comedy Dung. You couldn't get closer. Linebacker, Comedy Dung, these two left to fight it out. Comedy Dung has now taken the lead. He's coming home best of all. Comedy Dung wins the bet.
Good evening, everybody. My name's Donovan from Cape Racing. I'm the commercial director, and I'd just like to welcome Ashwin and Michelle to the unveiling of a picture and a memento that we've done. In a big congratulations to them for the winning of the World Sports Betting Cape Town Met. It's a fantastic achievement, and we at Cape Racing are tremendously proud of what they achieved, and it really is a true David versus Goliath story. So as a thank you gift from Cape Racing, we have created a wall of remembrance to you, and thank you and congratulations on such a momentous occasion. Okay.
We've just had the unveiling of this fabulous picture of Komatiding behind us, the people's horse, and with me is Ashwin Reynolds. Ashwin, and another emotional moment unveiling this fabulous picture behind us. It just tells the whole story, doesn't it?
No, definitely, Fee. And you know, it's just inspiration to other owners. If you get something from Kenilworth like this, it is, well, I'm over the moon, that's all I can say.
Lovely to have your trainer Michelle here as well to unveil this evening, and of course everyone's going to look forward to seeing it on Saturday when they come racing.
Yes, as I said from day one, it's a partnership, and this was brought Michelle, her dad and myself together, and yes, let it carry on and we ride the journey the way it is.
It's been a fabulous journey so far. I mean, it's just what dreams are made of. You won the July. Could you ever imagine winning the Met so soon as well?
Not at all, Fee. Not at all. But I'll take it as it comes. But you know, the horse brought actually my whole family together. Family that I didn't see for quite some time. They all come together, and yeah, this horse is a godsend.
To my dad, tonight is your night, Ash, and I hope you enjoy it. From myself and everyone around you, we love you, we respect you, we thank you, and we salute you.
Tonight, as a family, we are certainly feeling incredibly blessed and overwhelmed. I think it was Michelle Dix who said it best in her Durban, July and Cape Town Met speech, when she said that an achievement like this, there is so many people behind the scenes that nobody really know about. And it's almost impossible to thank every single one of them. But tonight, I'm certainly going to try.
Michelle Rix is with me now to join in the celebrations. Michelle, we've just seen the unveiling of the fabulous picture downstairs. Now, this was a complete surprise to Ashwin to come upstairs here at Kenilworth to a huge party with all his family and friends.
You know, it was it's very difficult to keep a secret from somebody that you speak to and see almost every day of the week. So yeah, we definitely pulled a rabbit out of the hat. And my goodness, I'm not really an emotional person, but this evening's most certainly hit a spot. Having spent many years from a child walking up and down those escalators, watching every year a new name going down, a new horse, a new trainer's face, a new jockey's face, and you know, from a young child, always wanting to be up there with the big names. My goodness, most certainly a dream come true.
I didn't get a chance to catch up with winning jockey Gavin Arena on Met Day, but he's joining the celebrations this evening, and it's lovely to be able to celebrate him in person and have a quick chat. Gavin, you must be still on cloud nine, because winning the July and then going on to win the Met, what a fabulous journey you've had with this horse.
It is, it's fantastic, Fia, and like you say, it's a journey and we're enjoying the ride. He's just been such a great horse to us all, and he's brought us all together, and it's fantastic and fantastic for racing.
And of course, having the people back on course on Met Day, the reception you received coming back into the winner's box was something else.
Yeah, it was very special. I had my family on course, and it was very special, a moment that I'll cherish for the rest of my life. And it was fantastic to have the people on course, and there's such a good vibe around, and you know, even better when you win.
You were here this morning, you were riding on the beach this morning for Michelle, and it was hard apparently to keep that secret from Ashwin that you were actually in town.
Yeah, we were actually dodging him. Brandon and the family kept him away from the stables. I managed to work Comet this morning at Milnerton, just gave him a little stretch and took them down to the beach, and on the way back we had to swap cars, and because Ashwin was at the stable, so it was quite fun, but hard to keep the secret, and I'm glad we all did, because it was very special seeing him here tonight.
And was it your first Met?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, first Met. It's always been a dream, obviously the July and the Met, and to get the double was just exceptional.
Fantastic. Well, enjoy this evening, and we look forward to following you on Kamatading in Joburg, and hope you have many more wins on him.
Thank you very much. The people's horse, we can't go wrong.
Thanks very much, Gavin. Enjoy. Well, we're all going to enjoy the celebrations here this evening for Ashwin Reynolds, of course, the owner of Kamatading. He's a July winner, he's a Met winner, and we're going to be following his progress as he goes to Johannesburg now on his journey. But what a superstar, what a champion Kamatading is, the people's horse.
Well, that's a wrap for this week's edition of Breeding to Win. Don't forget to join us for more Breeding to Win action next week. From myself, Julie Alexander, and the rest of the Breeding to Win team, good night.